But Party Thrasher was super impressive in the Wizards deck. I still like it a lot there. I want to play it specifically with Inti, where Inti attacking puts cards in, Inti puts cards in exile so you can convoke those with Party Thrasher, and Party Thrasher discarding triggers Inti every turn, which is pretty cool, little synergy, and then Amulet deals a bunch of damage off these. Pretty easy for Raptor to cast every card in this kind of deck, which is nice. We get to Urza Saga for some disruptive elements and sideboard some more in. We also have Asmo Blast for creature removal. Get to play Din of the Bugbear in this mono red shell. This looks really, really exciting to me, I think. Okay, I'm keeping my hand on the draw. Okay, my opponent keeps 7. I'm gonna keep also. Here's my hand. 3 minutes after they join. Yeah, every deck 4 Harshment Door. For now, at least. I think I want the ability to maybe Galvanic Blast here. It doesn't seem like I need to play around discard spells at all, so I'm just going to main phase the Bauble. Thought a little bit about maybe turn 1 cookbooking. Does not seem like this will be the game for that. I think we'll lead on Party Thrasher. Having triple Amulet against what looks like Jeskai control seems kind of awesome. Don't think I want to play Saga. I think I want to play multiple spells next turn. Also, Thrasher lets me cast Spyro or Asmo next turn if it sticks. I haven't seen you play against Nadu. It's not that common online. Yeah, it's not that common online. We play against it maybe like once or twice a day, and I don't know. Maybe it's more popular in paper. It seems maybe more of a paper deck. Yeah. Running a single Hellraiser Goblin like effect. Hellraiser Goblin. Oh, to win with haste, you don't need it. You can win. It's very click intensive, but it's not that hard to just like make a ton of mana. Azuri activated a bunch, and then untap your non-summoning sick elves with Quarian Ranger and Wirewood Symbiote. It's not that tough to do. It just like takes a long time, and so like having like awful card like Hellraiser Goblin in your deck is not needed. So they decide Party Thrasher not good enough to counter maybe. There's a Narset, which is pretty scary. They reveal a Galvanic Discharge. 3 Amulets is pretty nice. We're just going to discard extra Thrasher. And then let's choose this Amped Raptor. And out of fear of Days Undoing, I'm going to go... Urza Saga here. Oh, sorry, this was from Exile. I guess I should have cast the Amulet. Oops, sorry. I forgot that. I forgot about this tension again. It's not that big a deal though. The extra energy with triple Amulet's hand's kind of nice, anyways. And at the very least, if they don't have Days Undoing in their hand right now, if they minus the Narset, they can't Days Undoing me. Let's see if we get like Wrath of Skies here. Wrath of Skies killing Saga is pretty scary. Is an Arena Glow mostly free? We have a lot of non mountains, and I don't think we're very good at like giving haste to stuff, so I wouldn't necessarily agree with mostly free. That card's pretty good. Alright. Unstable Amulet to rebuild. Then the Bugbear should be pretty good against their deck. I guess maybe not against the discharges. Just Flage? It's okay. Asmo can kill Flage. Although we only have 2 Asmos left in the deck. We have a Shadowspear to find also. Oh, sorry, Soul Guide Lantern is what I meant to say. There it is. Trying to bait counterspell. Yeah, opponent spent too much energy there. Tried Asmo deck with the Emrakul since cookbooks go with it. We have to have a mana base of all colorless lands, so I have not, but I wouldn't be the most opposed to. Boots seem like the card to have here. Got 5 cards in their hand. 4 cards in their hand. It's also a really nice top deck there. Love to have more Unstable Amulets. gonna play the Saga this turn if I can. If they have a second Wrath of Skies, we're pretty toasted, I guess. Though it seems like they would be not that likely to counter if they did. I'm gonna hold the cookbook for Party Thrashers and play around Wrath of Skies a little bit. Goose with the 2, thank you so much. I guess it's kind of bad to just like haste into Solitude here. Wait a little bit. Yeah, when you exile off Amulet, the other player gets to see the card. So they target the Saga. Don't think I'm sacking the Lantern. Maybe I should equip this Shadowspear for the boots first, but... Firing up the den. So killing the Teferi seems kind of nice to play around instant speed Wrath the Skies, but hitting them for 6 seems nicer. So maybe Needle the Ring in a couple turns, although with the Benamo, things may go a little too crazy. Seems like they'll be able to dig for another Wrath of Skies. They get to draw like 1,000 cards. Again, don't need to do it in response. Draw the same amount of cards either way, but whatever. A lot of control lists are not playing for Wrath of Skies, which I think is a big mistake. Confused about the Asmo Cookbook package. I see Raptor Synergy. Other than that, it seems out of theme of the deck. About it brewing. Good with Urza Saga, good with Inti. And also, I think kind of just good in the metagame in general against like against Nadu combo. What do I do? We should have been 2-1. We've misclicked to lose our third match. So and I want to make some changes to the deck too. So we'll circle back to it later. Maybe get back to it today. But I wanted to get to all the decks we have prepped. Let's make sure we have time. Looks like they have a Flage. So somehow we dodged a Sweeper. We're gonna attack them with 3 constructs. It's just Solitude. Okay. So I get to Needle the Ring. We get to attack them with 2 constructs. Okay. Does Ruby Storm lose the Surge of Salvation response to Storm Trigger? No, they can wish for Empty the Warrens and then the extra turn effect. So we go make a Saga token. I guess I don't know. I could maybe go. Can I get lethal if I go tap this, get Cookbook, cast Cookbook, discard Cookbook? Oh, they gain 6 life if I kill this with the Asmo. So we'll go for the construct then. We'll go Pithing Needle on the One Ring. We'll haste. So I have to play this. Force of Negation, pitch Subtlety there. And then if I discard this Asmo, my opponent is going to take 9 and then gain 3. So they'll be at 14. 14 minus 9, 5, then down to 2. Versus down to the 3. I think, yeah, just leave them at 3. Not discard the Asmo yet. Okay, Narset digging for a Wrath Disguise, but if they don't, they really need the ring is the problem, because if they Wrath, they die to the ring. That's what I've done with the Bugbear. They find it's a fairy. Noble Scorpion, think of the Switch Prime. Would it be better to hold mana for drawing off Soul Guide? 1 damage is better than drawing off Soul Guide Lantern here. The card doesn't matter almost at all, and getting the 3 matters a lot when they have a ring on 3. Especially when, like, if they Wrath, I'm just gonna Den of the Bugbear them. I'm like almost not doing anything with the cards I draw unless it's Galvanic Blast, I guess. How does opponent salvage the ring hit? They're not going to. They're gonna lose this game. Yeah, they also didn't bounce the ring with Teferi. Not that, you know, they're dead. It might take them a few minutes to realize they're dead. I'll say opponent taking 3 minutes to show up for a match is very funny with them being on control, you know what I mean? I got 13 minutes going into game 2 down a game is not a good place to be. Can they overwear the ring? No, but even if they did, they'd still be dead. There's no playable passive energy generation. If you mean, is Dynavolt Tower playable? No, it's not playable. Oh, also their Odor is in play. They probably don't have Tidebinder, but we even beat Tidebinder. Opponents, it's taking a few more minutes here. Got his Mechanation? Yeah, I guess so. Layla, Oval Chase, Energy Bolt are 3 cards. The most surprises deck missing. Can you explain those choices? No, please don't ask again. Layla's unplayable, I think, or like very close to unplayable. I have played a few decks with Layla at this point and have felt that the card is kind of awful. I think that Layla is just very, very bad, and also not good. And also a bad hit off Amped Raptor, and I'm okay just not playing the cut. I know it has a lot of synergy in this deck, so I definitely considered it, but I think that's pretty bad. Also, Energy Bolt's a little weird where this deck wants to be very aggressive. I think I would rather play Galvanic Blast than Energy Bolt in this deck, because it kills Nadu and kills opponents, and is sometimes better hit off Raptor on turn 2. But obviously Galvanic Discharge would be fine. You could tell me what card you cut for it, maybe. And then Oval Chase is a bad hit off Raptor, and we're also like a little less in on the Asmo stuff anyways. Okay. Harsh Winter might be actually kind of sick against the Narset. Oh wait, I always think this card doesn't trigger off Planeswalkers. It totally should have. So I guess I'm just going to bring in the second Needle over the Shadowspear. When your amulets almost never draw more than 1 card, they seem kind of mopey. So the amulets are more here as like a win condition rather than a super big card advantage engine. When you're casting cards off of Inti and Party Thrasher, it's going to go theoretically pretty crazy. And I think in like long games against Control, where your opponents, you know, kill all your Party Thrashers and you don't draw Inti and they like Wrath Disguise you, I can see it. You know, I can see why you feel this way. Yeah, Harsh Winter is good against the Nadu deck mostly. Also, one of our amulets drew 2 cards that game. Kneeling Flage does not prevent escape. We have a Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, Wrath Disguise is very good against us. So I'm happy to have won game 1 against the deck that's playing a lot of Wrath Disguise, and we know we are in a spot where I'm gonna mulligan, just like can't deploy threats. Go keep this one, put back Bauble. Wait, they brought in Harsh Mentor against me? It's funny. We'll just Galvanic Blast it at some point. Happy enough to take 2 a couple times. Probably just gonna discard second Cookbook here. Is that card? The card's, I guess, better against me, huh? I'm gonna discard the Amulet. This way I can go cast Cookbook or discard something else. Then Galvanic Blast the Magistrate. There's an Asmo. Okay, so yeah, Galvanic Blast the Magistrate. If they can like kill a food token or like force negation this, I like lose the game, I guess. Sudden, I guess. Sorry, I will attack with the Inti and just kill the Harsh Mentor. Oh, they have a Galvanic Discharge. Sure, now we just chill. Very weird for them to be boarding all of these in when like Wrath of the Skies feels like such an important card. Could be fine. Got 3 cards in their hand. 2 cards in their hand. I still just don't need to. So let's keep this Party Thrasher with the intention to just have this second cookbook to discard. And then I just don't see a reason to kill the Harsh Mentor yet. Yeah, I guess X equals 1 is still good against us. We have a lot of things that care about X equals 2, though. They keep a card on top. So they probably drew Wrath. They probably have Wrath the Skies on top, so I'm going to play around it. If they're going to chump block with the Harsh Mentor here. Maybe I should have killed it and make sure to deal the 3 extra damage. Doing pretty reasonable for a deck that is so weak to Wrath the Skies, both these games. 3 cards in their hand, though. It's pretty good. 1 card left now. Nice pickup for me. Let's go ahead and play the cookbook out also now. Keeps the card on top. Bad news. Cookbook could have picked up Asmo. I didn't have 4 mana, did I? If I had 4 mana, obviously I should have picked it up. I'm almost sure I didn't have 4 mana up in that spot. Dude, they have an Namo again. The red MDH3 land in this list, the haste one. I don't know. I think we just have 2. Wait, we're playing Din of the Bugbear and Urza Saga. The card's going to enter tapped like more often than lose the game because it enters tapped more often than it lets you like haste a Dragon Rage's Channeler for lethal. You're going to play Cookbook alongside Thrasher. But it's way better to save the Cookbook to discard the Thrasher next turn, isn't it? Right? What am I missing? Probably going to lose this game. Wait, I named the cookbook? Oh my gosh, the misclicks today. Sorry. I don't know. I don't even know why. Or how what went on in my brain for that to happen. Do you think I'm gonna play Second Lantern for Flage? Awkward. So think about activating Cookbook. I might have been thinking about discarding, like if they Solitude my construct, I can discard Cookbook to Asmo to block. How that resulted in what happened, I don't know. Maybe in the play for game 3. Celestial Purge. Probably discarding this Din to Inti. Or to Cookbook for Inti. Protein bar now. Hopefully that stops some of the misclicks. Our opponent finds a Lauren revealed. We find a Shinka to play this turn. Hopefully we can just kill this Narset. Looks like they don't have a Solitude. Party time. I think I'm going to go for Amulet plus Thrasher here. Maybe a little bit too committee into sweepers. And they have the Rathalos guys. So what do we flip off this? We put another Thrasher, which can turn my Asmo on. I think I'm going to discard the Asmo for Inti, though. Find another Amulet, which is pretty nice. I get to go Amulet, cast Thrasher, deal them 2, and just have a pretty big board. Or should I deal them 1? And then why don't we go and tap... Well, I'm kind of scared of exiling another Thrasher. So we're going to save this for Thrasher next turn. Five cards in their hand. I've not drawn a lot of Amped Raptors this match. Pretty important card, probably. I'm going to save this one to discard, I think. Yeah, we have some first strike power, both with Shinka on Asmo and Amped Raptor. Did I exile over a bunch of lands here? Seems like my opponent has second Solitude. Kind of telegraphed. They choose to tune the narrative. And then they have a second Wrath the Skies, which is just, you know... I don't know how you ever beat the second copy of this card. Probably not with one Din of the Bugbear, but we'll see. I'll just do this if they have second Solitude we get got. Okay. Huh. How do they have both of those in their hand? So Needle and Flage doesn't do anything. Come on, second Soul Guide Lantern? Probably can't beat the Escape Flage here, huh? No Street Rebel, no Daredevil. It's bad enough. It's bad with Raptor. You can obviously play no Raptor and play Wraith over Raptor, maybe. Yeah, I don't know how you beat the Flage. It's not. It's a start to play against the. I think we got double Wrath of Skies all 3 games. Maybe it was only one game one, which is how we won. How does Flage compare to other Titans? Well, nothing's as good as Uro ever, but She's pretty good. So we see just a Bowmaster on top. Might just name Chthonian Nightmare here. I just really want to cast the Needle on turn 1, so my Saga tokens don't die to Bowmaster. So I can go turn 2. I can go turn 2, activate Saga, have the token not die to Nightmare. Why not play Young Pyromancer with Thrasher? I mean, that's why not just, you know, this is a different deck. You can play those two cards together for sure. But I think Pia plus Thrasher is also pretty cool. But it's just not, you know, that's just a different deck. Oh, dude, I think we got a good name on our Needle here. Fisher with the 10 months, thank you, welcome back. So they Grief Pitch Nightmare. Dude, what a name with the Needle. Just seeing the Bowmaster. PL makes only cost tokens, we're not good at convoking. Okay, good point, good point. Yeah, I guess maybe I needed to get to this deck last week before everybody's playing Jeskai Wrath Disguise. So we get an Unstable Amulet off Inti. We can also convoke that out with Party Thrasher. We draw a Galvanic Blast. I'm really scared of the Bowmaster. I'm not gonna Galvanic Blast it right now. Probably want to try to kill that Emperor of Bones that we saw. Which is a 2/2, right? Yeah, 2/2. Anger is not legal in Modern. Despite Anger is the card it gets suggested for decks a lot, but despite not being in this format. Okay, probably Blast a Bowmaster now. Just for mana efficiency. I was thinking about I was gonna tutor for this. Oh, and then I was also meant to order these differently. But let's make a construct. And then just not discard anything to the Thrasher this turn. Just grab a Shadowspear. Think of the Sword and the Mardu list. I think it's cool. I think I want to try to play Chthonian Nightmare in those decks too. Like Chthonian Nightmare plus Flage seems really, really cool. It's fine. His triggers are Inti. Oh, whoops. Okay, so trigger Inti, which gives me a cookbook, which can be convoked out and deals the damage off the amulet. So discard this to Party Thrasher, which triggers Inti. Choose Asmo. Trigger Inti. Find a second Asmo. Which I guess is fine, because I'll just go cast this Asmo. Get a cookbook. And then convoke this one out tapping like this. Oh, although maybe I guess I should just discard here first before I commit to playing this one. So now I'm just gonna go. So we're going to attack with our construct, give it trample via Inti. And then we have 4 damage, 5 damage plus this. Sorry, so 5 damage off the Galvanic Blast, and then 1 off those boots, so 6. Pretty cool. Let's bring in the rest of the lanterns. Get the boots. Keep in Needle against Nightmare, or maybe just the Nightmares. Or so the ley lines deal with, or the 4 lanterns instead. Seems okay. Kind of Bauble against the Bowmaster deck, maybe. Maybe just still play the Needle and just play 2 Baubles. Yeah, Inti plus Party Thrasher is very cool. Tested any Nethergoyf for new Grist builds? Yeah, we played a little bit of both. I think Nethergoyf's very good. I think Grist is kind of medium, but not the worst. Like, kind of, you know... We'll see, I think, a little bit of play when things settle. I'm much lower on Grist than when I started. Just has so much text on it. Our Halfling's pretty mandatory in 4-color. 4-color Omnath? I think the deck is not amazing at the moment. Maybe it's probably okay, but I don't know if I would play Halfling. I'm gonna graveyard this because now I'm just 1 type away from Delirium, which could get me out of Bowmaster range. Let's go. You just crack both these for Bowmaster. It's lucky. But I just you know, don't really play a 4-color, so ask Mason Clark. Yeah, I haven't built any Sword Cookbook deck yet, but I really want to. They went Raptor into Bowmaster. Thankfully we have Delirium, otherwise we'd be so behind here. Also, we only have 2 Baubles in our deck. That's actually really ridiculous. So I'm going to keep this on top, but I'm not going to tap the Amulet right now, because I want to be able to cast the Raptor and get the trigger. Has a Blueback Nightmare deck, fight Graveyard Hate. So you have, like, Flutes for Artifact-based Graveyard Hate, you have Feed the Swarm for Enchantment, you have Grief for Endurance, you have Flare of Malice for Sanctifier and Voidwalker, and you also just can draw a lot of cards off Satoro and Frog sometimes. Although less so Satoro against Graveyard Hate, I guess. So now we tap the Amulet. Find an Inti. Could it be better to play Inti this turn? I think I want a Raptor and I can like attack. I can like Inti discard and put a card here. Go hit Thrasher, nice. Yeah, Raptor into Thrasher is pretty crazy. Next turn we can like discard with the Thrasher, get Asmo online, cast Inti, start to go crazy. Probably will hold the Galvanic Blast for now. Good chance for going upstairs. They discard a Grief and another Spyro. One 4 to block the 2/1 first strike. Do we trust we hit a land? I'm gonna discard the Mountain. I think this turn we don't attack with Inti. Just kind of spend this turn setting up, and then we get to Lantern to Flage. What kind of drawbacks, additional cost, make an Omniscience-like card, the ability to add 0 at 1 color printable? I don't know why you'd want that card to exist. When Omniscience already exists, and like clicking through that card seems kind of miserable on Magic Online, but you know, costing 10 mana probably. I guess it's better than Omniscience too, so maybe 11 mana. Okay, my 1/4 and 3/3 are still controlling this board pretty well. Just gonna discard the cookbook, I think. Find another one. So ping them with the Unstable Amulet. do have two Bowmasters in play. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I just want these Galvanic Blast to target my opponent end of turn. Kill my amulet. Kill my cookbook. Okay, fine. Although I guess I should have responded so if they can kill one of my artifacts, I don't lose my Metalcraft here. 4 damage. 4 damage. Discard. If I Galvanic Blast, we win. 2 more Asmos, huh? So the Lord with the Bowmasters is actually kind of scary. I think I'm casting the cookbook so that I can like not be weak to a grief, which could be the last card. Amped Raptor and Asmo work. If you cast Asmo off Raptor, you get 2 energy and get to cast Asmo. Samuel, the 34th. Thank you. Welcome back. That'd be kind of scary for them to let me draw against the Galvanic Blast deck here, but they do need to start attacking. Could be correct for me to discard the Mountain. I think I want to be able to maybe discard it to the Thrasher instead. Just go down to 9. They got 2 cards in their hand. Kind of expect them to cast a Grief here, I guess. Now they go after the Amulet. They're still dead to a Galvanic Blast. We get to dig pretty fast for it. Or, you know, somewhat fast. I think I should probably discard here, trigger the Inti, despite the Saga being kind of nice. We just get to dig deeper. So the Shinka kind of gives me a... I mean, I guess I'm just getting chum... I'm at 9. They've got a big board. Let's actually just leave the stuff back. I'm dead. Unless I find Galvanic Blast. I can sack it because they get to kill their own cat. And then they flip their Ajani. Which lets them 0 and deal me for 7 damage. So I have to find Galvanic Blast right here. Cool game, go to game 3. Yeah, opponent's playing a Nightmare deck, although it seems like, I wonder if they boarded out some Nightmares. They also had Emperor Bones in their deck, which is cool. Alright, bring it back. Play for game 3 too. Couldn't you have cracked one more? No, because I lose Metalcraft at that point. There's no point. It's no longer an out. Not sure which one I'm supposed to play first. I think the fact that they have a removal spell here, I should just play the Raptor or the Amulet. I'm gonna go with the Raptor. Nice. Raptor cast Asmo, get 2 energy. Pretty cool. Nice little 3-for-1. 3-for-1 plus 2 energy. Kind of like a 4-for-1, honestly. March my Sagas. Pretty good, though. Okay, thankfully drew another Saga. Let's get the Amulet down. Could you look for Galvanic for Vajani flipped? There's no point. I mean, it just doesn't matter. Like, if the Galvanic Blast is there, I win, and if it's not there, I don't, right? Oh, you do it twice. I mean, I think I'm still even dead, because they get to, like, they have the Bowmaster triggers, but I see what you mean. So just another Raptor. Ooh, gonna tower? Not yet. Good chance I just want to make a construct here. Let me see what we flip. Party time. I'm down for party time. It's very, good to get this plus the Inti going. I get to deal damage with the Unstable Amulet. I get to get a Lantern down to prevent graveyard shenanigans. And I just have a 1/4 against the 2/1 first strikers. Any sensible 1-drop besides DRC Ragavan? Any good 1-drop besides the only good 1-drops in the format? Yeah, not really. I think I'm okay to pop this. Well, they Graveyard Grief. I'm super punished. Now they get to return the Grief here, although I guess Grief isn't very good against my hand, at least. Yeah, I wouldn't say DRC just doesn't work without Sagas. We've got, like, 20 non-creature spells in our deck. But we also do have Sagas in the deck, so I don't know exactly what you mean. So I'm going to go to Needle the Nightmare. I'm pretty committed to playing Inti here, too. Second Party Thrasher. It sounds like a party to me. Maybe I've lost the eyes on the prize a little bit. I think it's fine. I'll just hold the second cookbook. Also, 2 1/4s against the Grief are pretty good. My opponent's hand is Nightmare, 2 mystery cards after they draw. Epicur, 1-drop that makes artifact. Can be discard trigger for Phantasm. Yeah, maybe Epicur's correct. Sure. She convokes. Trigger Range's Channeler is also just kind of a busted card. Yeah, I'm gonna take 1 here. I'm gonna take 2 here. Like, this is like a 1-mana 3/3 flyer with a lot of card selection. It's just, I don't know. People don't play enough channelers. Maybe it's okay to trade 1 damage for 3 in this spot. Not sure. It's gonna leave them back to block the Grief for now. Well, we'll see what that hits. They're playing March in their Amped Raptor deck, which is also probably wrong. Finding a Johnny is kind of cool. They can't use the Nightmare to flip a Johnny, but a Johnny plus Nightmare is really nice. They can use this. Cool. I really like this deck that they're playing. Then they get to go make a cat, kill a Channeler. Great turn for them. We do get to use 1 Channeler to kill the other one. So I think I'm just going to get Mountain, since casting this Raptor from exile doesn't do a ton. I guess it lets me activate Amulet, which is something. Finally get the Inti back online, too. Or online for the first time. And then I think I'm just hitting them. This is 5 damage. I forgot about the Convoke, too. That's okay. Well, it's in 12 months. I think welcome back. I drawn another spell. A Drannith Magistrate. Which is pretty good against my engine here, huh? So I don't want to enable the Thrashers. I don't think they have Lightning Bolts in their deck. I'm not going to discard the Mountain. I might want to make like two tokens and kill like their thing with Asmo. Although, you know what I should have done actually, I should just sacrifice Cookbook, get something back, get back Channeler. But they just draw Mire for turn and they're dead to my Channeler. I don't understand. I feel like I just always put Channeler in a deck. It's like this crazy one drop. It's 1 mana 3/3 flyer with tons of card selection. People always just want to cut Channeler. Card is just like the best one drop in Modern. Well, 12 months. Thank you. Welcome back. There's basically no good Madness cards in Modern besides like Rootwalla. Rootwalla could be kind of cool. It's like really nice where like your opponent can have multiple things you would want to name, and like they play the card and you get to flute it in response sometimes, and it also it's got a lot of applications. Yeah, flute is just good. I don't know. I think having like a very versatile sideboard card like flute in a really open metagame, it's just like makes a ton of sense too. I've also like I feel like the main deck Needle in these Saga decks has been really good too. Okay, against a Ragavan Jegantha deck. You could play Scallywag. I played Magda over Scallywag. So if I graveyard this, I can get Delirium at instant speed by discarding the Saga, so I think I'm going to do that. Play around Bowmaster a little bit. Amulet doesn't seem to draw more than one card most games. Yeah, that is the case for this deck, but this is more of trying to deal a lot of damage with it than anything else. Like, yeah, this is more like this is the card that cycles and then kills your opponent. Is how it plays in this deck. And occasionally can do 2 cards. Keep the Party Boy. Wouldn't Amulet be good in the Ruby Storm deck? It was in our first draft, and it is good in the Ruby deck, but I think it's not optimal. I think you just want to play Wish instead. But it is playable. I think there's some reasons to play it. Draw Inti. I feel like I gotta make a Saga token this turn. Kind of just want to get the show on the road, though. I'm not queued for the PT now. We played any Rin and 6/6 stacks. Those two together, amazing card printing machine. No, I kind of play it in the free starter Valakut deck though, but have not gotten around to it. Jegantha into hand. Maybe just good to needle their Saga. I think I want to Inti, trample the construct token, discarding a cookbook. So now I think I'm going to do this to try to find my land for turn. Brick. They got a chump block. Can you assign to memory the sack trigger of Saga? Yeah, but it'll trigger again next turn. Or won't it? Actually, I think it'll still die, right? Because it. Yeah, sorry, there's not a trigger that sacrifices Saga. Sagas just get sacrificed after the Chapter 3 resolves. That's how it works. So never mind, you actually can't even do it. You can Control this agent might have a place in Unstable Amulet deck. I mean, maybe, but you have to, like, it's the start of an idea, you gotta flesh it out. I already have one of these in exile. I think I'm okay not using the Asmo yet, because they have to chump block anyways, and I can't stop them from chump blocking. Yeah, I don't really care if they escape the Nethergoyf, I think. This may be still correct to do this, though. Okay, they just concede. So we're up a game against Jun Saga. Probably want more lanterns. Needle against Rin and 6 is maybe okay. I'm gonna cut the boots. Go down on Baubles against the Bowmaster deck. It was okay. Don't think I want 2 needles, just play 1 Bauble. Yeah, I'm excited to play Boros with Thrasher after this. Should have plenty of time for it. Boots stayed in? Oh no. Thought I had slid it out. I mean, it's not the worst to still have it in, to be honest, but... Another oopsie doopsie. Glad to be drawing Raptor a bit more often. Like, against that control opponent, I just needed to have a Raptor early. If I was going to try to beat double Wrath the Skies, I don't know. Boros with Thrasher doesn't mean Inti. I think Inti is a lot worse if you don't have, like, Street Wraith in your deck or Cookbook in your deck. We at least have Cookbook here. Like, I think NT is still not good, even, but it's getting closer to being an NT deck at least. Well, I guess I can just play whichever 2-drop they leave me with. Maybe they'll take a Cookbook. Okay, and I don't have either 2-drop. Thoughtseize Bug? Okay, I'll take it. But 3 mana into with haste. Lelia is an unplayable card, I think, or very very close to unplayable. You know, I know she's a card that's seen some legacy play, and she's like very fun in cube, and so I was willing to give her a chance. I've played her in a few decks, and she is just bad. I think there's just kind of like almost no reason to play that card over like Fable of the Mirror Breaker in your deck. They should have killed this before I went to Instep, because now I'm going to get this NT card. I also have Metalcraft on for my Galvanic Blast, but now they're going 4-5 already. Yeah, Layla's good with Ancient Tomb and Chromox, I agree. The Graveyard of Thoughtseize. 2 cards in their hand. I'm down to 16. They play a Rin and 6. They have fetch lands and no Sagas yet, so I don't think I need to Galvanic Blast the Rin super duper aggressively. Might win because I kept the boots in too, which is funny. Seems like I should play Cookbook out. Maybe this is bad, because if they have a Discord spell, I'm not casting the Galvanic... Oh, sorry, I am, because the Saga hasn't ticked up yet. Okay, good top deck. Also grows the Necrogoyf. It's 2 lands. They chose Stomping Ground instead of Swamp for no reason, I guess. Maybe we should have a research desk too. It's pretty good with Amulet. Kind of always forget about that card these days. Yeah, Virtue of Courage is pretty cool. I think you need to be playing a little bit of a different deck, though. But it could go really crazy with Party Thrasher. But at the moment, I also feel like Party Thrasher is kind of nice when it's just like a good 2-drop, and you don't have to have this card in play for your deck to function. But that might not be the case here. Also, if you can Amped Raptor into the adventure side of that card, I'll be like a lot more into it. So we probably need to confirm that you can. Dude, they're playing Barbarian Ring? Surprises me. Wait, they deal me 2? I'm down to 7. Then they pick up Barbarian Ring. Barbarian Ring Rin 6 is fun. If I go for Boots, my opponent just needs a... they have to have exactly Fatal Push to win, or to not die, rather. Although, I think the Galvanic Blast gets them anyways, right? Or maybe it's a little short. So 5, then 6. No, they die. To the Boots. Funny, very funny. I meant to board it out. Oh, forgot about this too. But I'm just hitting them for 6 plus the 4. We were the aggro the whole time. Thrasher, Inti, maybe not Inti, maybe yes, Inti. A lot of angles. Kind of close for me between... I think I either want to go Cookbook into Inti or Channeler into Amulet. Is there a downside to playing Arena of Glory? Yeah, we have 10, 11... We have 15 non-mountains in the deck. Or not 15. 8, 10, 11. 11 non-mountains. So I think the card will enter tapped and like lose you a game more often than it like haste something and wins you a game. Kind of simply. What is a second channeler here against the mulligan? Because with them being on the mulligan, I'm a little bit more likely to just want to play Inti next turn and get aggressive. Up against elves, huh? Quarry Ranger's definitely not a must kill. I think I'm also comfy enough to just like get a counter on the channeler to be a bit more aggressive here. Ancient Ziggurat's weird, so maybe no Court of Callings. Oh, whoops, I meant to upkeep this. So maybe I could try to surveil into a land for Inti and then cast a Amped Raptor post-combat. Discard the Cookbook, I think. So we have the extra energy for our Amulet at least. You can't play. You have to cut Raptors for Old Chase, which you could, but I think Raptor's pretty sick. Okay, not the most scary Azuri. Don't need the Shadowspear. Yeah, seems like I should just play another one of these and then can get some crazy damage maybe. Shout out to Delirium. See if we find a Bauble. Must be nice. Oh wait, it is nice actually. Also dealing 2 damage. I'm attacking for lethal, right? So yeah, making them chump block here is pretty lucky. Oh, they have not Nadu elves. Cool. Nadu elves is kind of fun with Korean Ranger. You get to like trigger the stuff a lot. Could be right. So Harsh Mentor against Korean Ranger, Symbiote, Azuri. Seems kind of fun. Seems kind of fun. I want to keep in a needle. I'm going to cut Shadowspear for trample is pretty nice. We have Inti for trample though. Maybe I should just keep all those in. Yeah, regeneration for Nadu triggers too. It's pretty cool. I'm into it. Yeah, Mentor's been really, really nice sideboard card so far. I was trying to main deck an Embora, so I don't think it's right to the main deck. So with a draw with like an Asmo hand that has a Galvanic Blast, I think I'm going to keep. Like, Galvanic Blast is such a premium. We only have 4 of these in our deck. Asmo hands that can kill creatures are pretty premium too. I do think I'm leading on Cookbook. Dingo is asking why no one was playing Nadu Flame. Well, it's just because Nadu has like big, high deck building restriction is short answer. But it's possible you could play these cards together. How's Cookbook felt without Daredevil? Not better, but still like playable. You know, the Asmo package is just kind of a package in this deck that's good with Inti. We're not like all in on it like you are in some Asmo decks. So there's a good chance this does nothing for a little bit. I guess that's what we're gonna have to hope for. Since our one lander has not paid off on the draw here. Yeah, I saw the Just Guy Gifts deck. I thought it was really cool. I like it. I would love to see it in action. I want to work on it some. If we have time today, maybe we could like tweak it a little bit. Because like I think there are some errors in the deck building, in my opinion. Like Wandering Emperor is like not even a playable modern card, and like definitely didn't make sense to me in the curve. There's a I didn't like some of the deck building choices. I thought they were like they were like way too in on making gifts good. So I'm gonna kill Nadu, attack, and then Galvanic Blast the priest. Like to see work on the Soul Spike Necro. Yeah, I think I like the direction of not playing the worm shoal stuff. King with the 15 months. Thank you, welcome back. Looked okay. Yeah, we went over that earlier too. Cord for 2. For a collector oof. That is fine. So maybe we'll draw our land on card number 5. Nice. And then could be good to Inti or Raptor. I think I'm gonna Raptor. Wow, we found Inti. I'm gonna not discard anything quite yet. I think they need to get a Azuri with this. I think I can discard the Needle now that I've drawn the Harsh Mentor. And their life total is not going to be the highest. Oh, they have another chord. Okay, now they chord for Azuri or Nadu. They might be playing Nadu. Oh, sorry, Eladamri. Yeah, it looks like they're playing Nadu over Eladamri. They definitely should have blocked Inti, so that's good news for me. They can just Harsh Mentor to make it much harder for them to chain together stuff with Nadu. Zach's with 14 months. Thank you, welcome back. What's the difference between this and Magic and Arena? The biggest thing is you can play Modern on this client, and you can't on Arena. Discard the Mountain, because I think there's a good chance my opponent multi-blocks this NT. Find a cookbook that isn't doing a lot. I'll play it if they don't block. Poison Burger, thank you for this was Prime. Appreciate ya. I'm just gonna kill their elves, I think. Maybe no, I'll kill it. There's a Seeing, next card drawn. Okay. The Underworld Cookbook! Poison Burger, Twitch Prime, thank you. They drew an elf. Alright. Go Urza Saga. Got another one. Harsh Mentor! So... I might discard my Harsh Mentor so that my construct tramples over a bit more. I could also just sin with everything. Okay, 0-1. We played against Jeskai Wrath the Skies. Wrath the Skies seemed very good against us. Let's get a trophy prediction going. Or sorry, 4-1 prediction going. Probably not going to trophy this league. Harsh Mentor does not stop against mana abilities. Why don't I attack with Flyer? My opponent is behind there. They need to keep their 3-4 back for defense. Ruby Storm. But every deck may be worse than Ruby Storm, so maybe that's okay. Okay, we're on the draw against the Jegantha. Might be Ruby Storm. Probably not. Ooh, the landfall deck. So I think I'm going to go Galvanic Blast on turn 1 into get Party Thrasher down. A 1-4 seems very good against their deck. Don't love to be on the draw. It's very funny that like Dingo's Cat Zoo has become like a top 8 deck, although a little bit different. Didn't seem that good when we tested it in paper. Unsure if I am supposed to block the 2-1 here. Does Harbinger of the Seas render big mana decks like Tron and Titan useless? Basically, no one is playing Harbinger of the Seas right now. But also, that card is not meaningfully different from... that card is not meaningfully different from... Sorry, let's put an opponent. Magus of the Moon. It's like Magus of the Moon doesn't make Tron and Titan irrelevant. Neither does this card. This card is double Battle Cry. So getting hit for a lot by the cats, but I can still block the 2-2. I guess I could just block the 3-2 instead, right? So it only takes 6. 1-4 is OP. They graveyarded a Wild Nikado off their Surveil. And let's go ahead and discard a mountain here. We find Boots with the Spurs and a mountain. So I'm going to go Thrasher, number 2, Channeler, cast this. Maybe we can get Delirium. I guess we'll get Delirium next turn off the Saga going to the yard. I'm going to try to stack my triggers right where Party Thrasher resolves before Saga, before I do anything with Saga. Good draw for them, or good card for them to have. They find a Lightning Bolt, which is interesting. They just target one of my Thrashers. They double bolt it. Is it last card a fetch land? It's not. So I can't kill this cat, otherwise it's a Johnny Flips and it's pretty bad for me, I think. Well, if the Johnny Flips... It's pretty bad if they kill the Channeler, I guess. So I was thinking if I drew a land, I would probably just not Party Thrash this turn. So I think I'm just going to commit to not Party Thrashing. Just going to grab Shadowspear. And I have the ability to play Cookbook to make this construct bigger, the ability to equip Lavaspur Boots to something, which doesn't seem that pointful. I'm just going to play the Cookbook. Graveyard that. Have to get with the Channeler. We got good blockers. They got one card in their hand. And then this is going to hopefully take over the game. Kind of scared of, like, spell plus fetch land here. Another Amped Raptor is pretty good. Raptor's a good card. My opponent finds a Lightning Bolt. Probably one of the worst hits they could have. They bolt their cat. Good play. But they can't kill my construct because I can discard, so they can only kill my Party Thrasher. Opponent punting. Love to see it. Go to game 2, up a game against Cat Zoo. Young Dingo sends his regards. I'm going to cut the needle. Or I want to cut the needle on the lantern. We don't really have stuff to bring in against Cat Zoo. I'm not going to needle a Johnny. Harsh Mentor, 2 mana, 2/2. Let's just play lanterns because they cycle. Is Archprince Charm old and bad card? It's playable, probably. But, like, Flame of Nor is mostly better, and you have Invert Polarity, which is the new hotness. Vexing Raptor. We're also a Raptor deck, though. I just have Bauble in this sideboard, because, like, for Living End, you still want to bring it in. But it molds to 6. Steplink's kind of scary. I think I'm going to go Channeler, Galvanic Blast the Lynx, and then with the intention I can go Inti, discard, cast Asmo next turn. How cast was Emrakul? Not at all. I just play against Mill like once or twice a day, so I like to be able to board it in against Mill. So I'm down to 18. I think I'll discard second Channeler here, get a little bit closer to Delirium. So can't cast the Thrasher, unfortunately. Would have been awesome here. While they're like snapping off the trade. Deal. I'll take that deal. So they got 2 cards. They're behind on board. Not really sure how they're so behind on board. They're like 2 for 1 off the Raptor. I missed a card off the Inti. They mulligan? They did go to 6. 3 cards in their hand. And they just pack it in. Yeah, their deck doesn't do that good when they go down that far in cards. Okay, so 4-1. First league? I think it's their first league with mono red. It was fun. Definitely seemed bad against Wrath of Skies. Tough to like run into the Wrath of Skies deck very first. Deck seemed pretty nice. Even like, you know, they just had double Wrath of Skies both sideboard games. It's like could probably have beaten the first one. So we're 5 hours into the stream. Let's pivot over to Boros, and then we'll have hit. And we may pivot